Hi everyone. In today's class, we'll see one of the important interview question, that is, what is meant by singleton class. Basically, guys, a class means simply a collection of data members and a methods. Okay. Basically, if you take any kind of a class, for that class, you can able to create n number of objects. N number of objects. If you take the singleton class, it's a kind of a special class which can have not more than one instance at a time. One instance at a time, then I can call it as singleton class, right? So which means that to get more clarity with respect to definition, let me create a class. I'm trying to give the class name as singleton example, and I will try to create main method. So because in order to execute any kind of Java program, we require one main method. I'm trying to create one class called hello. Guys, in this main method, can I create object for the hello class? Yes, hello h equal to new hello. Yes, done. Next, hello h1 equal to new hello. Yes, I have created. So which means that what here, how many objects I have created here, or how many instances I have created so far? This is first instance, and this will be the second instance. Like this, I can able to create n number of instances. N number of instances. Then, can I call this as singleton class? No, it will be called as not a singleton class. Singleton class. What is the general meaning of singleton class? It can have maximum of one instance at a time. One instance at a time. So we need to convert the not a singleton class into singleton class. How we are going to do it? So you may get the question from the interviewer end, right? So for that, we have to know how to create a singleton class. Basically, guys, if you are able to observe, this is a kind of what constructor is going to be executed when an object is created, right? So the default constructor is going to be executed. Public hello constructor is going to be executed. Done. Means when an object is created from the outside class, the default constructor is going to be executed. But if you are able to restrict calling the constructor, default constructor, then is it the way to restrict the creation of the object? Restrict the creation of object? Yes. Right? That is why you are going to get errors here. Fine. So means what is the first step you have to do? You have to make private default constructor. Once you made private default constructor, nobody can't able to create object outside of the class. But if somebody wants to use various kind of method, something like this is a method 1 and method 2 like that, they have to definitely use with respect to objects only. So that is the reason what you can do now, try to create one particular object in the same class itself. Hello h equal to new hello. I will make this as public. If I made this as public, anybody can able to create. So what I can do, can I make this as private so that I can able to use it by myself, right? If somebody wants to use this by someone, they have to go with the getters methods. Public, I want to make the method as get singleton object. So you can give the any name. Get singleton object means if somebody is asking, if somebody wants to use the h object, they can able to use only with respect to the get singleton object, right? So what is this object? H is referred to hello. So its return type is going to be hello. Right? And let me say I am trying to return the h here. Is it okay for everyone? Yes. Hope you understood, right? So in order to here, to get the private object of the hello class, I am trying to use the method h. trying to the h method, right? Now here in the main method, I want to use I want to get the h object. I want to get the h object, or I want to get the h instant. So to get the h instant, you have to call the get singleton object. You have to call the get singleton object. Yes, right? So to get the get singleton object, how we are going to do it? You have to create object for this one again. Hello h equal to new hello again. Why? Because it is a kind of non-static method. To get the to access the non-static method, you have to access the respective object, but it is not possible to get the object. So what you can do, you can go with make it as static. If you make it as static, can is it going to produce an error or not? Yes, return h, right? Because h is a kind of variable or an object of type non-static. It is going to be type static. So to get error, to remove the error, I have to go with again this also static, so that there is no error. So we have added error. Now can I able to access this h object? Yes. How can I access this h object? Using hello class directly, right? Hello h1 equal to, you can simply access hello dot get singleton object. Hello h2 equal to hello dot get singleton object, right? Yes. If you try to observe the printing the value, h1 reference plus h1, and I'm trying to check show proof for you, h2 reference. So means we have created only one object, h2 reference plus h2. If I execute this one, you are going to get observe guys, only will get the same reference, may6 dot hello at the rate something last in triple D. Here also will get the same reference, right? Which means that even though you are you can able to create only one particular instance at a time, then I can call this particular class as singleton class. So singleton class means at a particular point of time you can have only one particular object. You cannot able to have more than one particular class, one particular object. Okay, so this way of representing I can call it as eager instance, which means that here itself I have created. Means whenever somebody trying to call the get instant object, automatically it is going to return simply the value of h, but there is no restriction here. So what we can do now, when somebody wants to access the get singleton object, I will try to check for whether the h object is there or not, is already created or not. So for that, what we can do now, I will try to make let me make this as comment. I am going to go with another way, private static hello, basically h equal to, I will make it as null. Null, right? Or else let me go with left asterisk. Here it is going to be a static, yes. And then while somebody asking for an object, I am trying to check it, is h double equal to null or not. If h double equal to null, then I will try to create new object, new hello, then I will try to return the value of h. Fine. This way of installation I can call it as lazy instance. Means when they are requesting, then only I will check for the whether it is going to be null or not, then I will try to create the object. But in the eager instance, I am always going to ready made object. The object is already ready made, and if somebody is asking, they will try to get it directly. In the both the ways you will get the same answer. Yes. Fine. But if you look into more in depth about it, here there is a chance of failing this as a singleton class. Why? Because if you know the concept of multi-threading means what? Multiple threads are trying to access the a particular method at the same time by multiple threads. Am I right? Yes. That is where you may get the chance of this one. Am I right? So for example, let me try to implement runnable interface. For example, I am trying to make this as comment. and I am trying to create one runnable interface. So let me call thread t1 equal to new thread of new runnable. Inside the method I'm going to go for implementation. So you have to override the run method, right? So it is going to be public void run method. Inside the run method I am trying to call the object again. Hello h1 equal to hello dot get singleton object, right? Yes, fine. Similarly I am trying to create one more thread t2 equal to hello h2 equal to hello dot get singleton object, which means that what here two threads are parallel running. When two threads are parallel running, how we are going to make them run? T1 dot start and then T2 dot start. When two threads are parallel running and they are executing which method? This one, get singleton object method. Right? Try to observe. So I haven't print anything. I want to print h1 value, sys out of h1, and here I am trying to print sys out of h2, right? So try to run. You are going to get 360. Okay, fine, good, there is no problem. Execute, there is no problem. Execute, there is no problem. Try to observe there F7 before. See, observe here 320 A02 830 360, which means that what? It is failing as a singleton class, which means that in multi-threading environment there is a chance of failing this particular logic, right? So how can you make it as a again a singleton class? By using synchronized keyword. By synchronized keyword, right? Synchronized keyword is meant for what? Which is meant for to handle the critical section. Means when more than one object is trying to access the respective block, whoever the thread is going to get the lock, that particular thread is going to be executed, and the rest of the threads are going to be in waiting state. So if you are going to execute now, you are always going to get same reference. Means now it will be acting as singleton class again. How many number of times you are going to be executed? You are going to get same reference, right? So this is the way you can able to overcome the problem with the basic approach of singleton class, right? Using synchronized keyword, right? So basically in this particular process also sometimes performance is going to be recreated, yes, right? Because we may have here many number of lines of code are there, and here also many number of lines of code is there, right? So once a particular thread is going to be acquire the lock on this particular method, so in order to execute all these lines of code, the remaining threads are going to be waited. Instead of that, what we can do, you can go with the block level synchronization. In block level synchronization, you can go with synchronized of hello dot class. Means only this particular block is going to be synchronized, and rest of the things, I'll try to make it a copy so that you can get the clarity. Here this one, right? Now if a thread is if multiple threads are trying to enter this particular block, only this particular block is going to require some kind of synchronization, and all the remaining lines of code is going to be executed by all the threads parallelly again. Now here, now also if you are able to observe, you are going to get the same references. This is the general meaning of singleton class, right? So which means that we have seen four kind of approaches to achieve singleton class. One is by making, one is through eager instance way of creating the object, another one is a lazy instance way of creating the object, another one is through multi-threading approach where we are trying to go with method level synchronization. Another one is you can go with block level synchronization. Right? Hope you understood the exact meaning of singleton class and its respective example. Thank you.